Welcome. I am Denise Williams, and I am talking to my audience in Financially Focused and in Credit Repair Services because we want to talk about how to avoid debt disasters while building income. All right, now here's the thing. My name is Denise Williams, as I said, and I specialize in four areas. One, I help my clients with debt counseling. We get over your debt together, we negotiate with the bank together. Then I help my clients organize their money. The third thing I do is I help them to build income through referral marketing. And last but not least, I work with business owners and professionals to build out their business because your personal finance and your business income is two separate things. Okay. Now, I have with me the awesome Bridget Buckner. How are you? How are you?
I am doing amazing today. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, Miss Denise.
You are welcome. So Bridget's gonna join us on this. We're gonna clear the debt first, and then we're gonna help you build some income. Okay? Because less debt equal more income.
Oh,
But
yeah.
here's the deal. Here is the wow. This is how you win the lotto. Okay, let me tell you up front, Bridget. Here's how you win the lotto. Don't start penciling in any numbers though. How you win the lotto is that you're working on your debt concurrently with growing your income. Let me say it like that. Because if you work on less debt first and only, you will be in the energy of the past because the debt you have today is based on decisions you made in the past. Okay? The beautiful thing about more income, it is the energy of right now and the future. So the decisions you take now and the decisions you'll take in the future. And so we don't want the energy of the past to be the majority of your time. So we want at the same time you're reducing debt, you're going to increase income. You may say, but that can't be done. And I say, yes, it can be done. And so we're going to talk about it, yeah, and give you some guidance. Okay, so let's start off. Who helps you with your debt problems, right? Who do you turn to? Bridget, is it your Uncle Joe or your Aunt May? Who helps you?
Depends if they know what to do, because if they've got debt too, they're not the ones.
All right. And so what we're going to do in this conversation, yeah, we're going to deal with debt. We're going to grow your income because we want to get rid of debt. We want you to prevent the frustration that happens when all you're living and breathing and thinking about is your debt. Okay, we want to avoid that. And the truth is, only you can decide if the change to your life will happen if you do debt and income at the same time. Only you know. All right. So, if you're trying to end the battle, counseling might be the first step. So, it's just a suggestion. A lot of people, they like to keep things to themselves. But I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I work with a lot of people in bankruptcy. And I can tell you that the repeated trips to the bank and the repeated frustration and the repeated nobody's listening to me and nobody's helping me is not that means the debt sits, it doesn't grow, you don't get help. You do need mentorship, you need advocacy for your debt. So I believe debt relief is just ahead. Debt help is also available. So make your appointment www.creditrepairja.com. That's what is important. And I want to say to you that, again, the credit card is one of those easy things. And what happens? You meet the court bailiffs, right? They are hired by the creditors. They're not going to help you to find new funding sources for your goals or life. They do not restore your name with the banks, and they are certainly not helping you to grow your income.
True.
The bankers and the financial institutions, they are trained to offer loans, and more loans. They're not helping you to restore your good name with the credit bureau, and they earn their money from lending fees and interest rates. They're not there to help you earn more income. You are actually helping them earn more income. It's the other way around. And last but not least is your friendly neighborhood lawyer. They're not there for you either. So we have just looked at three professionals, none of which restores your good name with the banks. They do not help you find new funding for your life goals, and they do not help you grow your income. And so when you are signing the loan documents, you're not signing away your life. You're not signing away your rights. You have rights. It is for you to decide if you're going to use the information that you get in debt counseling to make your life better. And so, of course, Credit Repair Services is here to help you. And debt help is available. www.creditrepairja.com. So let's go through the journey. Credit counseling is where I believe everyone should start, because that's where you have made the decision to manage your debt. Debt management, even though we talk about debt counseling, debt management is when you want to pay off the debt in full, right? You have the income, but you need professional guidance on how to structure it. A self-repayment plan, yeah, you basically are trying to convince your creditors to give you a new payment plan without the fees. A balance transfer works if you can get a lower or no interest rate. Okay? Interest rate arbitration. This is sexy and I like it. What it is you find a low interest rate loan, transfer all of your high interest rate to that. Okay? And then you have a brand new, cheaper loan. Can I stop right here and say this, Bridget? As a debt professional, can I say that none of these work if you don't change your behavior?
True. So true.
One of these strategies work. And especially if you don't change your behavior or you're doing it all by yourself and you don't have mentorship. So I will say that somebody says to me, "Oh, Denise, here's $1, help me out." If you're not ready to change your behavior, you've just given away $1 because nothing will be different.
That's true.
Okay, so moving on from interest rate arbitration, as I said, debt help is available. Bill consolidation or loan consolidation. This, again, wonderful to do, terrible if you do not have support. If you want to avoid things from getting worse in your debt, it is now time to reach out for counseling, an advocate, a mentor, not Uncle Joe,
No.
bank his teeth, and who will help you to make sure your debt grows and your life is in a worse situation.
Yes.
Debt settlement usually happens when we get all of your creditors to sit at the table and agree to take less, but they don't penalize you. That's where the negotiation comes in. You have an advocate that says, "No, my client cannot afford this fee. My client cannot afford an increase in interest rate." And so to avoid the banks taking advantage of you, you have an advocate, you have a mentor, you have a counselor that says no on your behalf.
Is this part of the debt restoration process, Denise?
It absolutely is. So credit restoration, debt counseling, they go hand in hand.
This is amazing.
Thank you.
I don't think that people know that this is available, because some people don't even know they could negotiate with their creditors. They just hide. They run.
Exactly. My job, when you pay me as your counselor, your mentor, your advocate, my job is to go in the bank and make up nice on your behalf.
Wow.
My job is to write letters on your
Ah.
behalf. My job is to get things moving on your behalf. Your job is to have the behavior change, so that you must make sure you only hire me one time in life, because you don't want to keep being in debt so that we keep doing this over and over again. No.
But Denise, what do you think about shame? Because I think sometimes people are so ashamed of their situation that they keep it to themselves and they try to fix it themselves. And you try to fix it 3 months, 6 months, a year, and the reason it don't get fixed is because if you could fix it, you wouldn't be in that situation in the first place. How do you handle people who need probably your services, but they're afraid or ashamed to come forward?
Well, I can say at this time, I have to be honest, 80% of my clients are sent to me by the court.
Ah,
You see?
that's too
So
late, isn't it, though?
it is very too late, because
Gosh.
80% of my clients are here. They are in bankruptcy,
Oh no.
right? The 20% that are far away from bankruptcy, who are way down back in the credit counseling section, those clients are ready not only to get rid of the debt, they're ready to make some money. So what they do is they hire me as a debt counselor, then they fire me as a debt counselor because we've improved their behavior, and then they hire me again to teach them referral marketing to grow their income, or they hire me as a financial coach to guide them into building physical assets, which is buying a piece of land, buying a house, however, we work it through. So literally there's 3 phases of working with me that literally only 20% of my clients go
Taking advantage of, really.
only 20%. 80% come through the court, because the law in Jamaica is that the judge will not sign off on bankruptcy until you go through financial counseling. That is the law.
Okay.
So that's why I have all of those clients, right?
Okay.
They're legally obligated to see me.
Gosh, I wish people would get the knowledge and the mindset before. I think what you're doing here is powerful, Denise, because if people can avoid the court, you avoid that on your record, and you avoid the pain of having to go so far down. You get a chance to have the correction, and mitigate this. This is really powerful. Please go on. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I can't wait to see the next slide.
It stays on your record for 7 years. So, I mean, if you think in the next 7 years you want to get a mortgage, you want to borrow to get a car, well, sweetie, you're either going to take the cash out of your piggy bank and pay for the house up front, or you're going to go to extremely high interest rate, because a regular commercial bank won't touch you. And I tell you, it grieves me, because a couple of my clients are in their 20s. And for you to be bankrupt in your 20s, knowing that you're going to have that carried on your record for 7 years, is a nightmare, as far as I'm concerned.
Wow. Yes, it is.
Right. And so that's what we're trying, part of my education, part of the drive. Bridget, I thank you for going with me on this journey. Every week I call, Bridget, can you do this? But I'm just so passionate, because Bridget, when you read the case files that come from the court, I mean, trust me, it is what happens. We in the Financially Focused playlist, you can go back and watch. We talk a lot about generational wealth. I have a case in front of me where the client got pregnant at 17, and then her 15-year-old has made her a grandmother. Okay? So the generational challenges continue because she's literally 38 as a grandmother. And she has the baby. She's responsible for the baby. So she thinks, oh, my child care expenses are going to go away. No, now she has a baby, a grandbaby.
Wow.
Okay? She filed for bankruptcy.
So pretty much nothing that she went through translated to education to train the next generation behind her. The
No.
mistake
And
is
now
the same.
she have the second generation in her hand. Then I have another client who is 77. And her children, her 3 children two are in the US and 1 are in England. Those 3 have filed for bankruptcy in their countries, and she in Jamaica is in her financial distress. So when we talk about generational wealth, don't ramp with that concept, because every day, at least I get a client once a week. And once a week, I am reading these case files as to why people make the decisions they make. Because that's part, you have to write a report about yourself. That's what the court requires. And so you're writing a report about yourself. You're giving your life story as to why you borrowed, why you did this, why you can't pay back the loan. And in every case file that I read, I mean, it's confidential, so I can't share it with anybody. But you would cry, Bridget, if I started to email you all the stuff I get. And when you see these are people with zero support, it is not the money. It is not the determination. It is not the ideas. It is not the ambition. Every one of my clients have ambition. Every one of my clients has dreams. Every one of my clients are people who lie down in their bed with ideas of how to be better. You know what's missing? They don't have a guide. They don't have a mentor. They don't have anyone who is financially better off than they are to say to them, why you don't do what I did here?
Wow.
Okay. And so that's why I'm so passionate about, financially focused. Yeah, it's my business. Yes, it pays my bills, but I'm also very passionate about the people. That's why I do the work with the court, because hello, government pay you next year.
You did a show recently, Denise, and you had a slide that said your network is your net worth. And
Yes.
another way to look at that is just what you just said a while ago. It's the support around you. If you look around and your best 10 friends or your best 5 friends are in the same situation or worse off than you, it's very likely you won't be ahead. It's a rare individual who is so much of a determined person that their environment doesn't influence them to stagnation. So really and truly, your knowledge base and getting mentorship or coaching or reading or better exposure or more knowledge or more financial education is really the only thing. It's what's happening between your 2 ears that's going to make you see things differently and want things differently, and will be able to pull yourself into a new direction. It's information, it's access of information, and then it's application of that new knowledge that's going to make the difference. And wow.
Let me tell you something.
20-year-olds in bankruptcy. That's kind of a little
me,
shocking.
Bridget, listen to me.
Wow.
Let me tell you something. A lot of the clients, because we have to go through some structured sessions together, and we're guided by the law. So it's the Insolvency Act of 2015, and it guides, what each session covers. Okay. And in the sessions, you persons will say, "Why, Miss Denise, I watch Jim Rohn. I watch Tony Robbins. I watch Oprah. So it's, as I said, like people that have ambition. These people are watching the videos. They are attending these webinars. But let me tell you something. Do not underestimate the power of being able to take up the phone and say, "Hi, Bridget. I have this particular issue. What do you think?" Because
Right.
the truth is, you can't call Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins charges 1 million US for his coaching clients. You can't call Tony Robbins, right? You cannot call Oprah Winfrey. You cannot. Jim Rohn dead, so you can't call him either, right? And so we are watching these videos. There's not people we can call, okay? There is not people when you cannot say, I know a millionaire, I know a billionaire, I know a successful insect sprayer or whatever, I know a successful beekeeper. If you can't do that, Bridget, you are lost. You are grasping. You watch this video, you read this book, and you watch this video, you read, because you don't have a person to call.
Yeah. My mentor told me one time, Denise, that if you want to be successful at something, whatever it is, like you just was giving some examples about beekeeping or a banker or whatever it is, you want to become a weightlifter, you want to become a financial guru, an investor, find someone who is doing exactly what you want to do, but they have already achieved some success, because that's the
Exactly.
person you can follow. You asked earlier if I would call Auntie Joe, Uncle Joe, and Aunt Sue. Really, you want to be around. You don't want to disrespect Aunt Sue and Uncle Joe, but Auntie Sue and Uncle Joe cannot help you if they do not have what you want. If they don't have what you want, if they're not operating like you would dream to operate, and they're not relating in life the way you want, they're not having the success you want, they're not who can advise you. And so you really do need to learn from people who are successful at what you want to be successful, and then you have to learn to be teachable and coachable. And then, like you said a while ago, the knowledge is not what it is unless you prepare to fix your mindset and change your daily activity, change the things you think about and your habits that you have. Nothing will change. No amount of knowledge and education is going to help you. If you get a mentor or a coach or an accountability partner, or you read a book, you get knowledge, or you come on Financially Focused and get these ideas, and you say, wow, I didn't know about the Insolvency Act, and wow, I didn't know about all of this debt counseling. If you hear it and it goes out the other ear and you do nothing about it, your life will change, because truly everything you do today determines your tomorrow, just as how whatever you're experiencing now is a direct result of all that you did the last 5 years. Every decision, every action, every move you made for the last 5 years has resulted cumulatively in everything you're experiencing now. And the only way to change your circumstance is to begin to change those habits and ideas that you're doing.
Absolutely. Let me say this as well. A lot of us don't understand. Here's the joke of life. A lot of us are not aware that there is a plan to create the plan. So what does that mean? It means before you even get to step 1 of the procedure to get out of debt and grow income, there is some preparatory work. You have to prepare your mind. You have to gather your documents. You have to make up your mind that, listen, I am going to in a coach. The mind has to be ready, yeah, to take step 1. So look how much things have happened before step 1. So that's what I'm saying. And maybe you have to go step A to Z before you get to 1. You go to the alphabet before you get to the number line.
Wow.
You understand? Because your mind is programmed by the TV, the radio, the internet, your parents, your grandparents. And if your grandparents had financial difficulties, your parents would know about it, and then they're going to tell you. And so sometimes what we're resisting is based on what our parents and grandparents experienced. We never experienced it, so we don't have no reason to resist. But we're in resistance. We are very, 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 very angry. We're very, very, very afraid because we're carrying the heaviness. That is why instead of walking in the bank and saying, listen, you, Mr. Banker, will give me better terms on my debt. We don't do that. We say, okay, Mr. Banker, you don't like me, and I'm small and I'm nobody. And so I allow my debt to grow and it becomes a problem. Okay. I can tell you when I go with my clients, many times banker tell the people, don't make this woman come back with you, don't make her come back. She's terrible. But somebody has to be terrible on your behalf, especially when it comes to debt. You have to behave, but you can't just behave terrible because I understand there are rules and regulations. There's a process. I understand the act under which I have authority. Okay, because I am an approved financial counselor. I just walk off the street. Okay, I have my certificate. Was it certificate from the
your certificate.
Right. Oh, the certificate. The certificate. That's what I have. I have my certificate from the government to say I am an approved financial counselor. Right.
That's awesome, Denise. That's absolutely.
And so when I walk with authority. You must negotiate with me because the law allows for the negotiation. And you don't want to talk to me, no problem. I take up the phone and I call the supervisor of insolvency and she will carry you to court. Okay, so there is a process and that is what we do. But as I said, I believe for the best thing for I want my clients to fire me from debt. Okay, yes, hire me, get the service, then fire me, and then rehire me because now we're going to talk about how to build your income at the same time while you're chipping away at the debt situation. So, Bridget, why do we talk about ownership? Because remember, all I want is a little income. Maybe I just need like a $2 here and a $3 there. Why am I talking about ownership?
Well, here's the thing. I love how you tie debt and then the flip side. So your debt, that does not have to be the end game for you. That does not have to be where you just give up. You must be able to figure out how to get money back in your life. And most people make money. It's not that you're in debt because you're broke. You're in debt because lack of financial literacy. Maybe the stream of income that you have is just one or two and it's not sufficient for your needs. And so I don't think there's a person on the planet. I mean, if the people in the chat and we said, put a one in the chat, if you feel that you needed a second and a third stream of income, people would be putting ones like crazy because most people recognize that I need more than one stream of income. And not everybody, some people love to have a job. Some people love to be a part of a team. But there's a large percentage of people who says, man, I wish I could do something on my own. Because if you own it, there really is a chance for you to own it, make it successful, and then you can will it to your children. You can create generational wealth when you own things. So entrepreneurship is a very big thing in the new economy. The new economy is all about entrepreneurship. It is undergirded by advances in technology. It is pushed by the digital economy and the way that the world is changing around the world. Things will never be the same. The internet was a very big interruption in the old economy. All right. When we moved from gold to paper money, that was an interruption. When we got into the internet, that was a big interruption. And entrepreneurship has always been there. But now in today's economy, when things are moving very much digital, we call it the knowledge economy. Our children are stuffed with knowledge and internet and Google and Instagram and social media and all of these things. It's so not knowledge centric and technology driven that things are changing. But the spirit of entrepreneurship has not died. It's just different. And if you can own something, it's one way that you can put money into your pocket without a threshold, without a lid. You get a chance to create your own income and determine whether that's going to be this big or this big. You can make unlimited income when you learn to tap into the power of entrepreneurship and the power of investing. It's very powerful. Now, we're a part of a community that is hell bent on creating a roadmap for financial success. The
That's
company,
right.
or the community, is called Extreme FX Global Academy. You have to really get referred into this program. We are a unique set of people, and we operate in over 100 countries around the world. We believe that entrepreneurship is a key element to get people to shift from just fixed income to unlimited income. With our program, financial literacy is the key. So we offer training in a suite of financial products, and we give a roadmap. We believe in mentorship and coaching. We believe in modeling something. We believe in, here's a successful model. We can teach you what that is, and you can copy it. And when it comes to the entrepreneurship side, we give you like a business in a box. And so you get to own a business, but some of the stress of starting up a business goes away because there's low startup cost, there is low overheads monthly, there's a system in place that you can follow, there's done for you products and services already available, and you get a chance to tap into the world of referral marketing to own a business where you're referring products and services that exist already in this platform, and you get paid to market them, but you have a business at home. So the mission of the company, in addition to creating 1,000 six-figure income earners based on the education we train in, we really want to awaken people's passion. There's so many people who have ideas inside of them and dreams and goals, and they've killed them because they're so busy. 9 to 5, or you might have a small business already. You might already be an entrepreneur, and you're not working on your business, you're working in your business, so you don't have time. You're the head cook and bottle washer, you're the driver, you're the janitor, you're the manager, you're the you're the everybody in your small business, and you don't have time. Some people who come into our community, they are not poor people. They are well-to-do people. They have money, but they have no time. We have other people who come into our community. They have okay money, but the money is stretched. They're in debt and they don't have time. There, people want time, people want money. And if you can come into a system that teaches you leverage, teaches you entrepreneurship, and teaches you team benefits together with leveraging the tools that we have, both fintech products, foreign exchange products, cryptocurrency, metaverse, NFTs, all the new tech stuff. And we teach people how to use all of these financial tools to both make money for yourself by using them yourself, as well as, you know how it goes. If you could use a tool that's going to help you make money, do you think you know somebody who might want to use the tool also to make money? If
That's
I
right.
learn how to trade forex and I'm making $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 a week or a month in US, do you think I have a friend who might want to learn that too? Of course, I'm going to tell my friend that I found a way to add income to my monthly income. Some people care for other people. They are well-to-do, they have money, but they have to give money to auntie or give money to daughter or cousin or nephew or friend. What if you could teach that person how to become an income source for themselves? You wouldn't have to be giving that money away anymore because you've given them the power of education for themselves, financial literacy that they can now use to make money. So that's our goal. Let's teach people that making money is simple. There's no shortage of money. There never has been. There's only knowledge and access. We give you the knowledge, we give you the access, and we give you mentorship. So you don't just get the knowledge, because guess what? You can get knowledge on YouTube or Google, but then what do you
Amen.
do?
Amen.
Yeah, you need
Amen.
a guide, you need mentorship. So we want to give you that step-by-step process, at the same time giving you a skill you can use. And that's what we're about. How do we help people get financially free? I mean, seriously financially free in US dollars. And so we have a school, we teach Forex, we teach different ways, restoring debt or real estate education or what you name it. We have a suite of products that increases your financial literacy and increases the options you have. Do you hear that word? Options. Denise, I love
Yes.
options. This is not a one way, do this. You could
Yes.
make money one of 1,000 ways, but this is one way that you can get in here with limited resources. If you have a small budget, this is for you. You have a little bit of expertise or knowledge, skill, and you need someone to not just show you, but teach you, this is the place to be. Okay, you want unlimited income, you don't want to be in a box for income, you want your income to be able to grow, this is the place. And especially if you're time challenged and you want to learn how to trade Forex. Some people don't understand Forex. They think, oh, I don't have the time to do Forex. Oh, it's too hard. Oh, I need math. Oh, I need science. No, you don't. You need a mentor. You need a coach. You need a system like we have. You jump in there and you learn. And a matter of fact, we even have copy paste trading. So you can copy and paste from professionals. Boom, copy, paste, take your profit. Let's go.
Right.
So that's pretty awesome as well. So I love that feature of our program as well.
Now, let me jump in here and say, we are saying to you concurrently at the same time, put it on your head. You are growing your income and you are getting help for your debt. You are not staying in the energy of the past. You are not mired in the mistakes you made. This is a new time. Okay? There are people who are building their income, and as they build their income, they take a piece of the income, they pay down the debt. But guess what happened? The burden of the debt is less because someone negotiated for you. Okay? And so now you have two tracks running. You're going to organize your money, you're going to pay down your debt, and you are going to retire 5 years or more sooner. Okay? You're going to do it.
Denise, can I say one little thing?
Yes.
As I saw that slide, you know, you said something a while ago that while you're managing your debt, you could be concurrently learning to make increased income. And you know what I found out? Some people think that, and I thought this for a while as well. I can't bother go to the bank unless, you know, if you have a loan, you know, you want to pay down the debt. You think, to spend an extra $500 or $1,000, or I'm talking Jamaican money now, you know, extra to go to the bank is such a waste of time. I'm going to wait until I get an extra 100,000. Then I'm going to go in the bank and tell them, drop it on my principal, and I'm going to push down my debt with $100,000. And many people don't realize the compound effect of a little consistently. If you're going to wait on a lump sum every whenever, versus saying, you know what, let me add, if my loan payment is $10,000, let me do 10,500.
Right.
You'll be surprised what that is. And so when we have a community like ours that teaches people, say, for example, how to trade Forex, do you know that we have people who have learned how to make $20 a day, Denise? And some people look at that and say, that's a foolishness. Then we must come kill up myself to learn this thing to make $20 a day. And what they don't realize is it's knowledge. So if you learn how to make 20, couldn't you make 50?
Yes.
And 100 and 1,000?
Yes.
You know that there are people who trade foreign exchange currency that can make 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 US dollars in one day. No, you're not going to make that right off the bat. But guess what? They all started where you would start at the beginning. They all have to get over the learning curve. And you know what? As a beginner, making $20 a day, do you realize that that's 100 US a week? That's 400 US a month. Couldn't that go to a debt? Couldn't that go to a savings account to travel? You know, we had a guest, Ruby, who talked about traveling. $400 extra a month. What would happen after 12 months of saving that? You could go on
exactly.
You know, so even $20 a day added to your daily income could avoid future trouble. It could reduce current trouble.
Yes.
It is a conduit for you to realize your confidence can be increased, that if I can make 20, what if you could learn to make $100 a day? What? So I just wanted to add that, you know, not to minimize the power of small beginnings and consistent effort so that it compounds. I'm sorry to take away from your point.
No, not at all. Not at all. Listen to me. I love it because we have Miss Ruby Jackson blow up the comments. Thank you, Miss Ruby. She says she loved the extreme system. She's telling us to wake up your old dreams and earn and learn. Listen to me. We have these 5 tips. There is, yeah. So I want to say again, there are strategies, there are procedures, there is a step by step by step way to get it done. Okay? We give you some of the steps that you can take right now. You can reach out to myself or you can reach out to Bridget. You can take the necessary action so that you don't have to live in problems. And then, the problems give birth to more problems. Avoid future trouble. You
Yes.
can sort out your debt and your income at the same time. My name is Denise Williams. I am your financial coach. I am joined by the awesome Bridget Buckner, who is an income building and business building specialist. We will see you again. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Bye, Bridget.
Bye, Dan. Bye, everybody.